In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to create a good training program. The first step is pretty much connected to the first and most important training principle, which is specificity. You want to create a program that is actually going to take you closer to your goals. Maybe strength gains or muscle gains, or both. It is of course totally fine to create a program that gives you a little bit of both, if that is how you prefer to train. But it can be beneficial to split up your training in different blocks for different purposes. One reason for this is that the body adapts to a certain type of training after a while, whereby it can be a good time to switch things up. Also, different training modalities can benefit from each other. Doing some strength-focused training after a period of high-volume hypertrophy training, lowering your total amount of training volume, and focusing on heavier weights can give your body some time to recover in some ways and adapt in another. For instance, 6 to 8 weeks of strength training followed by a 4-week of hypertrophy block, or the other way around, depending on your goals. The most important thing is that you train in a way that is going to give you the results you are looking for in the long run, and that you create a plan that you actually can stick to. Some people like to only train for hypertrophy or strength, but we feel that a little mix keeps the training interesting and less repetitive. And as I mentioned previously, doing some strength training can benefit your ability to gain muscle mass long term. They go hand in hand in many ways. Increasing the weights and doing a bit less volume for a few weeks in a strength training block will train your central nervous system to handle heavier loads when you go back to your hypertrophy training later. One mistake I've made in the past is starting a new program way too often, just because I got some new ideas or thinking that if I change something, some exercises, my gains would increase. Variety is good, but if you keep changing your workouts from week to week and never stick to the plan, it will be almost impossible to track any progression, and you haven't given your program enough time to actually prove if it's working out for you or not. There's always some room to play around a little bit and have some fun or do something totally new, but most of your training should be according to your training plan.